Let's take you now to the developments in the IOC. You can see there Kirsty is speaking there, Kirsty Coventry. She's now just been elected the president. Let's listen to what she's had to say.
Movement and family, and decide how exactly we're going to move forward in the future. What is it that we want to focus on in the first 6 months? I have some ideas, but a part of my campaign was listening to the IOC members and hearing what they have to say and hearing how we want to move together.
The Milano Cortina Olympics are in the final stretch, so there's little to be done in terms of large preparation, but obviously the Los Angeles Olympics are looming large in 3 years' time. Given the disruption, the political that we see, how important is it to go to these Olympics with a sense of unity for the Olympic movement?
It's huge. This is our platform. The IOC and the Olympic movement have lasted so many generations because it brings people together, and the diversity is a unifying way for us to connect with each other. So right now in today's world, this is our biggest platform to showcase the good of humanity and to share our values as the Olympic movement. So Milano Cortina is going to be extremely important in today's world where we're very divided, and so is LA and leading forward. And the success of Paris that we're leveraging often, you all saw how Paris ignited a common ground, a common understanding between all of us, and we want to continue that into the future.
And as far as the 48 votes you got in the first round of voting, that is also a signal of a level of unity that we have not seen in recent years in the IOC in such elections. How important is that for you at the start of your presidency in June?
It's extremely important. We have to be a united front, and we have to work together. We might not always agree, but we have to be able to come together for the betterment of the movement. I have had incredible mentors in my journey in this Olympic environment since I came in 2013. And one of the first things that one of them said to me is, we're the guardians and we're the protectors, and we have to serve the movement in order to ensure that it lasts for generations to come. And that's what we're going to be doing.
And the importance of you being an Olympic champion, succeeding another Olympic champion in this role, how important is that in actually exercising your work as president?
I think it speaks volumes when you can really, truly understand what the athletes are going through. They're at the heart of our movement. President Bach ensured that they remained at the heart. I will continue to do that. But it really does make a big difference when you're talking to athletes and you can understand where they're coming from, what their expectations are, because you lived it and you went through it. And that is a really powerful thing. So I'm honored to have been successful here in Athens in 2004, and Greece seems to be my lucky charm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, as you heard, their history has been made. Some saying that the glass ceiling has been shattered. This is Kirsty Coventry has now made history. She's the incoming president of the IOC there, and a lot of focus has been on her, especially when you look at the fact that she's a two-time Olympic swimming gold medalist, and that question coming up, right, to say that how then do you begin to change, and how do you think that influences your tenure now as the president? She says this is important because she's taking over from Thomas Bach, who himself, has of course won the Olympics before and won the medals. And she says that this is important because you then, as the president, get to understand exactly what the athletes are going through. You get a sense of what exactly they are looking for. As now she's viewing this moment as a moment for her to give back to the athletes. And she's currently the Minister of Sports in Zimbabwe, and she has made history as the first female in Africa to then sit at basically this high honor of being the president here of the IOC, and certainly a lot of reaction to this particular story, and a lot of people waiting to see then what becomes the role of Africa as she's now incoming into this new role. Oli will have more for you in this particular story. It's certainly been one of the big ones that we have been watching here, and you listen to what she says that this win means, especially for female athletes, and she says that she hopes that this can inspire more to make sure that they then do believe that they can then be able to actually come through and, take part in some of, these big stages, especially globally.